Hi, and welcome to another edition of Your Schools. I'm Guy Sconzo, the very proud superintendent of Humble ISD. By my side is the incomparable Carrie Bridson. Michael Strahan, eat your heart out. I have got the best in TV. Carrie, it's great to see you.
It's so good to see
Happy
you, Guy.
July.
Happy July.
Oh my gosh.
It's going to be August and school starting soon, Guy. I don't like that.
Summer's going too fast, so y'all enjoy what's left and be safe out there.
Absolutely.
Carrie, we've got a great show for everyone this month. Some really, really special, unique things that are happening in the district, not the least of which is we're going to talk about a Chinese language program.
So amazing. And not only is it a Chinese language program, it's for little bitty kids too, which I like. So it's for our youngest students.
Yes, and we've got an unbelievable program out at the Airport Marriott. It's our hospitality, career, and technical education program. We're going to have some folks here to share information about that with us.
Right. We've got all kinds of great things in store. I think you guys are really going to enjoy this segment. So since it's hot out in July, stick with us, stay in the air conditioning, and Guy and I will bring you lots of fun stories about all the great happenings within Humble ISD.
Great advice. We'll be right back.
Thank you for sticking with us. And one thing I love about doing the show is meeting the fabulous teachers that we have in Humble ISD. And our teachers do so much in the classroom, but what I think our viewers need to know is they do a lot of things outside of the classroom. They bring opportunities to our children, and they bring enrichment that really goes far beyond just books. And we are fortunate enough today to have one of those teachers here with us. We have Neal Mansfield, who is a second grade teacher at Jack Fields Elementary. And we have two of his students that are with us that are second graders. We have Christian Santana, welcome. And we have Deja Bundage. Welcome, guys. So glad to have you. But what's really cool about Mr. Mansfield's class, and it's something that I think I haven't heard of, and it is the most awesome club, I believe, that I've heard at any elementary school, and it is the Chinese Language and Culture Club that is open to second graders at Jack Fields, led by Mr. Mansfield. So could you please tell us about the Chinese Language and Culture Club?
Sure. This was the first year we've done this. This is my second year at Jack Fields Elementary. And I wanted to start a club just to build relationships with the students and to do something that we don't normally get to do in the classroom. And I have a lot of experience with Chinese language and culture because I lived in China for 9 years. Oh. So a lot of the other teachers and staff were encouraging me to teach the kids more Chinese. You got to get them to know more about China. And this seemed like a good idea. There was a lot of excitement about it. And so I talked to some students and I got a little gauge of what the interest would be, and there was quite a few that wanted to join. We decided that it was only going to be second grade this year, just to give it a try and get things started and try a few things, and it went very, very well. And you can see Deja left. The kids really got into it. It was really fun for me. And I really enjoyed seeing how excited they were and how quickly some of them picked it up, especially with some of their...
Stop playing.
It's that much fun.
Laughing is okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, you laughed a lot in club too. That was fun. You had a good time, right? Yeah.
Well, and it's just awesome, seriously, that you were able and obviously very willing to share those experiences and really open up the world, literally, to our students. So Deja and Christian, I'm curious. Tell me what, Deja, is the most fun thing about the club?
Well, we get to, when some things we get to talk about that I've never talked before, and I'm glad that I found something that inspires me.
That's awesome.
Very exciting.
Great. Christian, how about you? What's your favorite thing about the club?
I got to meet new friends, and I got to speak a new language.
So you guys really can speak Mandarin?
Very cool.
Can I ask you to tell me something in Mandarin?
Ni hao.
And that means?
Hello.
Oh, well, thank you. Hello to you too, Christian.
Ni hao. I'm going to remember that today.
Deja, you know something?
Ni hao lao shi means hello, teacher.
Oh, how
okay.
nice. Awesome.
Really impressive, actually, to think of second graders learning Mandarin. It's a difficult language. So when you entered into this endeavor, what were your thoughts?
Well, I had taught Chinese children how to speak English as their second language. So I kind of had an idea of how to teach them. But I taught much younger kids. They were up to 5 years old, 2 years old to 5 years old. I was teaching the Chinese kids English. So I knew a little bit about the methods and what kind of progression they might have in their learning. But I was curious to see how older kids and Americans, English speakers, would do with Chinese. And some of it really, they're very good imitators. And if you can imitate people well, you can imitate what you hear well, then they can do very well. And if you have a good memory too. So if you can hear something and put it back out there and remember what it means, then you can be a very good language learner. And these two are good examples.
So Deja, have you talked, and Christian too, have you talked to your friends in Chinese?
Well, I've taught my older cousin D'Anthony Chinese.
Have you? Wow.
Very cool.
And I taught him how to say "show your hand" is 8年熟, and we were video chatting, but when he tried to say it to his cousins too, to our other cousins, he was being silly and he was making like faces while saying it because they wouldn't do it, and he kept doing it, and then it made me bust out laughing.
I'm glad you laugh a lot. We need more of that in this world, don't we?
And Christian, how about you?
I taught my sister and brothers, and then like they kept on practicing how to say the word, and then my brother's like, "Ni hao, shuja." So I taught him again, and then he actually got it.
Good.
Good for you. You guys are good teachers.
Absolutely. You know, our segment is winding up. They're telling us we're out of time, but really quickly before we go, what do you guys think? Do you see yourself, maybe Christian, one day living in China? Mm-hmm. You'd like to visit?
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Deja?
I would love to, and like you go somewhere and then you see like someone like that's Chinese, then like if they don't speak English, you could speak Chinese to them.
That's right.
That's exactly right. That's great.
It is great. And Neal, what an awesome program for these kids. I mean, not only are you teaching them Mandarin, obviously you're exposing them to Chinese culture, and the world is different. We all know as you know, it's a global economy now, and these kids, I mean, at a very young age, it's suffice to say that they're learning something that's really going to help them down the road. So hats off to you for taking the time to put the club together outside of your teaching job and doing this and inspiring our young folks. And I know how hard Mandarin is. It's not an easy language, and you guys have a pretty good accent. So I think Mr. Mansfield's doing a pretty good job teaching you, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
All right.
Well, we'll look forward to hopefully seeing you guys and learning more about your Chinese culture and language club in the future. Thank you very much for your time. And for our audience members, stick with us. Guy and I have lots more to share. Thank you.